Zidane Daney, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Nerd Chat here on Electro Ninja's Lab. Uh, it's November. Woo! Who's ready
Woot.
for Thanksgiving and Christmas? Oh yeah. But yeah, it's officially time. Woo! I don't know. I'm kind of tired of the holidays.
Yeah, working retail will do that.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, we'll see how things go. It's probably not going to be that bad, but yeah. Honestly, I have no idea what we're going to talk about today, but we do have Jack, we do have Joker, woo! So yeah, um, obviously not like surprisingly not that much is happening right now. I think like part of the big reason why things have slowed down so much in the at least in that in like media department is because of the strikes that have been going on. And granted, they are starting to chill out. Things are starting to get better, but
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes. Um, so obviously the strikes are doing their thing. Um, what did come out though recently? Oh, the new Spider-Man game came out. Uh, Obviously, neither of you guys can play it, but I am. It's very fun, and that's about as far as I can say at this point. Uh,
And
so
I'm playing Breath of the Wild here.
yeah, Joker's playing Breath of the Wild. Jack is playing Pokemon. I'm not currently playing anything. Um, oh, we could. I'm kind of so on Sunday. Last Sunday we played Blood on the Clock Tower for the first time. So I'm curious to have hear what you guys actually thought of that.
It was fun.
Is that all you have to say about it?
Well, I mean, it definitely requires a lot more thought than most of these social deduction games.
Yes, absolutely. That is definitely one thing.
It was definitely fun. I enjoyed it.
It's super annoying that there's more characters than there are players because the bluffing thing is really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Because even if you think you know who someone is, not only could they have been poisoned, not only could they have had the wrong information, but they could be just fucking bluffing entirely. Like,
Or they could be drunk.
Or they could be
or
drunk,
they could be drunk.
like Joker
Yeah.
was.
No, that was Ethan's character.
Well, yeah, that was. But you were playing him, so that's part of it. But yeah, I can. That's fair. It can, but I think like part of the reason why that's so effective is because of the fact that uh, they really did design it really well. And one thing that they really wanted to that it appears that they really wanted to make sure of is that um that there would be enough characters so that you could uh so every single person could play as any other character or could pretend to be a character while all knowing what characters were in play. um like if we just using this so there's three different scripts that they have set up for in the base game. There's Trouble Brewing, which is the only one that we're really going to be doing for a while if we do play more. Sex and Violence and Bad Moon Rising, and there are uh, there are 13 townsfolk, 4 outsiders, 4 minions, and 1 demon.
Oh boy.
That's their total number of characters, and basically what for the smallest number of players that they suggest, they suggest having 6 townsfolk, 2 outsiders, 1 minion or 2 minions and a demon, as the possibilities for different players. Um, At 5 players, they say, uh, 3 townsfolk, 1 minion, and 1 demon. At 6, you add an outsider, and then so on and so forth. There's like there's more details than that, and I don't know I don't have the chart with me right now. For the exact number for exact numbers to go for everything.
My Switch is turning on. How nice.
Well, that's good. But yeah, so like the main script that I'm using right now for us to play is has has a mayor, a monk, a raven's keeper, the investigator, the soldier, and the washerwoman, and then it has the recluse, the drunk, the poisoner, the spy, and the imp. So, and basically that means that with 3 townsfolk, if you get a drunk in there, the minion and the demon basically each have one. They can each choose one of the 2 remaining roles. So basically, let's say if we have 6 players, we have a mayor, a monk, and a raven keeper. Let's say that's the first group. And then for whatever, and we get an outsider for a drunk. That means that I would choose. Okay, do we want to have the investigator, the soldier, or the washerwoman be the drunk? Okay, let's make it be the like just for the example that we had, something that would have been really effective for us would have been the either the washerwoman or the investigator. So I would choose one of those probably. That would mean then that the other so I'll say the investigator is the drunk. That would mean that the soldier and the washerwoman are either the demon or the spy. And it's kind of like obviously it's very interesting because if you they don't really give bluffs to in other social deduction games. You just basically have to use your wits to basically figure out, okay, what is not in play right now. While in Blood on the Clock Tower, it's one of the big jobs of the storyteller is to give the demon three bluffs that are a possibility, and then that demon then has to give their minions bluffs to use. So
Interesting.
And honestly, it's really good with the way that we did it because we did do Discord, and basically obviously the demon and the minion could direct message each other. I don't know how much Joker, you were our first minion, right? Or our first demon, right?
Yep.
Okay. So like for that, how much were you and Astrid talking?
Quite a bit, actually.
Okay. So I obviously I didn't know exactly how much you guys were talking, and I think
because we were direct messaging each other, and
Yeah.
that was actually very helpful and very fun.
Yeah.
Because then I knew what he was doing and what I was doing, and then we coordinated.
But yeah. So yeah, you and you and Astrid were able to discuss things and figure out, okay, so this is the best option. And since Astrid was the spy, you were able to get a lot more information than you probably would have, knowing exactly who knew things and who didn't. Because who were the I forget who the characters were that day.
We had the investigator, the spy, the washerwoman person.
Yeah, so Jack was the
investigator, and I killed Jack.
Yeah, so Jack was the investigator, which basically meant that Jack knew immediately that Astrid was the spy, or was a possibility of being the spy.
So I knew that either Sarah or Astrid was the spy.
Yeah. So one of
That
them was
the
this was
investigator second round.
yeah. So you got
And
so you found
Sarah
out
had
stuff.
gotten different information, so
Yeah. Yeah, and she was the washerwoman, which basically meant that she got information off of you, being the investigator, I believe.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
The second game was way more fun because we actually had stuff going on. That was way more fun because we all had 2 people,
yeah,
and that gave us a lot more to work with, I think.
yeah,
I think so too, because Jack and I won that one with coordinating who is who.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like the big thing about it is like it's a much more effective game if you have more players. Because like obviously with Mafia, for example, if you get you basically are just like, okay, we need to get rid of people, obviously. So, and we don't know who exactly it is. But if we so we need to make sure we need to know who we're killing, get rid of them as quickly as possible. And stuff like that. So there's a lot with that we just that with Mafia it's mostly a gamble. While with Werewolf it's also like, oh, what was your with Werewolf it's like, what was your role or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously in Werewolf your players do have some roles. Same goes with some versions of Mafia, but
in Mafia, if they die, you always ask them their role.
Yeah, in Mafia, everyone knows their role, but also, with both Werewolf and Mafia, the ghosts don't really have any play in the matter. Well,
This is true.
Well, I think one of the big reasons why Blood on the Clock Tower is so interesting is because technically, you could still even if you have only like one person, like you have. Let's say you only have one more player, and you have to vote to see who exactly you are. It's basically just you and the demon. Technically, you could still win if the correct depending on how many ghosts vote.
True.
Because like with that previous game, you all kind of knew certain things.
Yeah,
So,
in what game?
So in the last game, you guys both knew things, and there was only like I think two good characters that were still active, and it was, if I'm remembering correctly, it was Deshauna, who Jack you were playing,
Yeah.
and who else was there?
According to my notes,
I forget who was still
it
alive.
was. We had Alive.
Oh, I think it was Sarah's good character, because Sarah was the poisoner, and then Thorn was around.
Yeah, Thorn was the mayor.
Yeah.
And then we killed Sarah, basically. Because we knew it was either Sarah or Astrid. No, we killed Astrid because we knew it was either Sarah or Astrid.
Yeah.
And we decided Astrid was the demon and Sarah was the minion.
Yeah. And it was really an interesting game because there was a lot of, like, due to the way that they handled it, like, early on, it was looking like it was a pretty much guarantee that the demon and the minion were going to win.
Yeah.
But then, obviously, because of the fact that you guys saved your votes for your ghost votes for so long, it meant that obviously no one was actually they didn't actually choose any. You guys could do a huge amount of votes for Astrid later on, and give information. And there's a lot of things with that was really interesting. So I don't know. There's a lot of interesting things that could have been that they did really interesting.
It didn't save really early. Okay.
So I don't know. And I'm curious as well, like, if we could get like a full team of full group of players, I'm wondering how well this would go because I believe with 15 players, what they suggest is they say 3 minions, uh, 2 outsiders, obviously 1 demon, and then the rest are townsfolk, which I believe that's what, like, I'm forgetting the number off the top of my head. That's it's whatever. I'm not fully awake yet, but obviously you have most of the townsfolk, which means that in that specific situation, if you have if the poisoner is in play or the drunk is in play, the chances of one of those specifics being that wrong is going to be very interesting. So, for example, what I do with choosing the drunk is I randomize it. Basically, I put the drunk token into my randomizer, and then whatever the next townsfolk is, that's the drunk.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to do it, though.
It is I think it's a really good way of doing it. So, by doing that, it means that the player will, it could technically be anyone. So, for example, with our game, the monk was the drunk, which meant that you weren't going to be getting any information. But it also meant that when you tried to heal somebody or keep somebody alive, that wouldn't work because you're the drunk. And the same thing would go for
a drunk monk.
Yep, exactly.
He was a drunk monk.
He was a drunk monk. But like the same thing goes with like obviously the washerwoman, the librarian, the investigator, the chef, the empath, all of those would gain information. Same goes for the fortune teller, or the undertaker, as well as I think the Raven's Keeper, but they wouldn't be drunk, so that's whatever. So there's a very low chance that the Raven Keeper would ever get wrong information, because the way that they work is if you die at night, you are woken to choose a player. You learn their character. So yeah, that's so everyone else. It's like if you're drunk before or poisoned, you would get wrong information. Raven Keeper, you could get, yeah, you could still be poisoned. So I'm not certain. I'd have to think about that. But like the Slayer, they would need to be poisoned in the middle of, they would need to be poisoned at night, and then you'd have to hope that's the day that they decide, you know what, I'm gonna try and kill the demon. Because yeah, that could be a problem. And then as for the soldier, you basically need to make sure that you and that the demon and the poisoner are in line together, because they need to basically the poisoner has to poison the soldier, and then the demon has to kill the soldier at the same night.
Yeah.
So you really have to be really in sync with that, which I think is more likely with the way that we were doing the way that we were doing it on Discord.
Yeah.
But yeah. But another thing to think about is like the spy. If you could get like a poisoner, a spy, and the demon, just those three, you get the spy can basically give the poisoner and the demon a bunch of information on, okay, here's who we need. So obviously we need to get rid of that soldier, because if he's telling if he or she does tell people that they're the soldier, and then they die, then it's gonna throw a lot of things into question. It's gonna make people think, oh, they were lying. But if we poison them and then we kill them, then woo, we win. so there's that, and then the spy could also be like, okay, we need to get rid of these people. But we also need to throw monkey wrenches into people's information. So, oh, we definitely have an empath. We definitely have a fortune teller. Make sure that you poison those people, because the empath gets like all of this information, and then they're in trouble. And then if we're right next to them, we want to make sure that they get information. That if we can make it so that their information is wrong, then people will think, oh, either they're drunk or they're poisoned, or something like, or they're just completely lying about stuff. So
I've stopped listening. My brain hurts.
fair enough. Sorry, I kind of go crazy with that. But I'm also like thinking about like other roles. Like obviously the Slayer, you want them poisoned in the day that they choose to kill somebody, but you also want to throw a lot of...
Stop. Continue as he does.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know. I'm just thinking about a lot of things. But yeah. We should probably stop talking about this because it's complicated. It is definitely complicated. And the more roles that you get, it can be more it can just get more and more complicated. Like if we like I recommend that if you guys do have the time, look through like all of the different roles, especially in Trouble Brewing, because it's like there's like most of them are pretty simple, but then there's also like others that are way more complicated. And then you look at the experimental ones, and it's just like, oh my gosh, how in the world does that that would be insane to run. Like just for an example, there's one experimental role that I kind of want to put into a game before we actually before we do too much, because it's an experimental demon, and it's called the Oho or the Ojo. I'm not certain exactly how that's pronounced. And rather than choosing a player to kill, you choose a character to kill.
Huh.
Yeah. So and then if they are not in play, then the storyteller chooses who dies. So one of the big things about that is like you have to with that specific role, let's say that, oh, I want the empath out of the way because they're constantly getting information, so get them out of the way quickly. So I'll say I choose the empath to kill, but maybe there is no empath. Maybe someone was lying about being the empath, and then the storyteller would then choose, okay, there is no empath. I'm gonna kill this person instead.
So what if someone's a drunk and was told they were the empath?
So basically,
then they can't do anything.
Yeah. So basically, what if the Oho or the Ojo says, I kill the empath who is actually the drunk, the storyteller would basically decide, okay, do I want to... so technically I could kill the drunk because that's who they want to kill, but because of the fact that the empath is not actually in play, I can choose anyone else and say, this person died, and that would give a hint to the imp, to the demon, hey, the person that you were thinking was the empath is actually the drunk. So it's kind of an interesting way of doing it, because it can both give hints to the it can give hints to the demon while also giving if the players know that the Oho is in play, then they can specifically then they can realize, oh, this player is not actually in play, and usually that can pinpoint the fact, oh, this person that thinks that they're this one is actually the drunk, because that's the most likely option, is that if they did focus on one specific, if they likely did focus on that one, then yeah. And then like if the demon specifically says, "Oh, I don't think that the person who said that they're the empath is actually the empath," then it could basically mean that that could hint to the other players, oh, maybe this person's the demon, or it might make them think, oh, maybe this person is actually this other role, and solidify the role that they're giving. So I don't know. There's a lot with it that it's very complex, but it's just but at the same time it's just like, this could be really interesting.
I mean, yeah.
Like so yeah, there's like a few different things that I really that I would love to talk about at some point in the future, and I'm thinking if we're gonna add any of the experimental roles into our games, it's probably gonna be demons, because some of them are really freaking interesting. Like Lil Monsta, I'm not gonna go over that one right now, but that one's also another one that I'm kind of thinking maybe we could implement that at some point, because it's technically not an actual demon, or it's not a demon player. So, but I'll go over that at a later date at some point. But there's a lot of interesting things. We have mostly been talking about Blood in the Clock Tower. Holy crap!
Oh, they're just gonna straight up abandon us in Kitakami. Awesome.
Oh, who abandoned you?
Briar.
Oh, yeah.
What a great chaperone.
Yeah, pretty much. But to be fair, it's like they don't really see it as like you are supposed to be like a Pokemon trainer, and they want you to explore the area. So I guess it.
I mean, I get it, but it's just funny that we're literal children, and you're just gonna leave us in a foreign country alone? What?
Yeah, that's fair.
All because Kieran's a little dick?
Yeah.
Yep.
So wait, where?
Lame.
How far are you? So you are in.
He
I just
finished it.
finished,
Or
I guess.
What?
Jack finished it.
Oh, Jack.
I just finished the main story, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that now I remember what you're talking about, because yeah, they need to leave. So
Yeah.
so they just abandon you. But that's also like at the same time they're not it's basically more like more accurately saying, "Hey, yeah, you guys can basically come back here anytime that you like." Which also is like, wait a minute, what exactly are you supposed to be doing here?
Finishing the Pokedex, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But there's like no post game besides that.
Until they release the next one.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, but I don't know if they're going to be doing anything else with Kitakami in the Indigo Disc. Because the Indigo Disc, I think, all that you're going to be doing is going to Blueberry Academy. So meeting up
Which
with
is
them.
where they're from.
Which is where they're from.
This is not goodbye, okay? We're definitely gonna see each other again. Oh, great.
Yep. So yeah, you're gonna be. So obviously, when the Indigo Disc comes out, we're gonna be going to see we're gonna be going over there to see them. But I also think, if I'm remembering correctly, we're then gonna be coming back, and but we're not going to Kitakami. We're going back to the underground.
Blueberry Academy.
Yeah, we're going to Area Zero again afterwards, because we need to go find Terapagos. So
yeah.
I think they're if I'm remembering correctly, they're basically adding more areas into Area Zero, unless I'm just completely wrong there.
That's what it sounds like to me, honestly.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how what exactly they're planning to mess with us. I feel like they are definitely planning on messing with us.
I mean, yeah, probably.
So, yeah.
Jesus. Well, that ended that way, with Kieran being a fucking psycho in his bedroom.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's exciting. My God.
Yeah. So, also thinking about that, about the while we're thinking about the Indigo Disc, Do you think what Pokemon do you think what kind of Pokemon do you think they're gonna add to like obviously we already know that they're going to add the they're gonna add Iron Crown, Iron Leaves, Raging Bolt, Walking Wake, as well as probably the one for Tatarion, whatever his fucking name is, and
Yeah.
Entei. So we still need those guys. So we know that the basically the trio for whatever version that you have, and then we're also getting Archelodon. But I feel like they need to have one more Pokemon, at least one more Pokemon because that has yet to be revealed. Because obviously, for this one they added Dipplin, Poltergeist, as well as the legendaries. As well, and then they did not Poltergeist, Sinistra. They did Sinistra as well.
True.
So I'm thinking that there at least needs to be one new Pokemon that they've yet to reveal, besides the legendaries, because we know that they're gonna add the legendaries. There's no doubt about that. That they're just keeping that last one secret from us.
Yeah.
So they're obviously adding those, but I'm wondering what could be the last Pokemon that they're gonna be adding. Because I feel like, like I said, I think they need to add at least one more thing. Because pretty much all of these Pokemon that have been added are from, are alternate versions of Pokemon from Galar. Because, Archelodon is the evolved form of Duraludon.
Yeah.
Which obviously that came from there. But Dipplin is an extra form for the Applin line,
Okay.
and Poltergeist / Sinistra are different versions of Sinistians. Poltergeist. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm wondering. I think that they need to add at least one Unova form, or maybe not necessarily a Unova form, but a Unova alternate evolution.
You know what sucks when you're playing a game and you use a certain command and then you realize mid-command that you don't actually have that command yet?
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Oh, I mean that I just jumped off a fucking tower in Breath of the Wild on the Great Plateau trying to figure out, where the fuck I was supposed to go.
And you don't have
did
the
you switch
frickin'...
to...
And I don't have the hang glider yet, so
did you just
That was
switch to
just-
Breath of the Wild?
I did, yeah.
To be fair, they give you that the glider way too late, I think.
Yeah, the fact that you have to go find all 4 shrines on the Great Plateau before he gives you the glider is kind of bullshit.
It kind of is, yeah. Like, especially because of the fact that you need to go up onto the tower beforehand.
Yeah. You have to climb up the tower, climb down the tower to figure out where the fuck you are, talk to that guy, go back up the tower, and boom, he's there too, and oh my god.
Yeah.
So fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
What's really annoying is that getting this fire for this ancient tech lab, and I keep on dying because of these dumb OP monsters. Why are you laughing at? It's not funny.
It kinda
No,
is.
it's not, and it's super annoying, because if you try and do that at night, you're basically fucked.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty
that's
much.
just-
Yeah.
Also, somehow I seem to just magically remember commands for this game that I don't remember actually knowing.
Yeah, that happens.
Like, I was like, hey, I want to change my weapon, and just, like, instinctively did it, and I was like, huh, how did I do that?
You actually know things.
No, I know, I did it. I did it just fine. But
Wait,
know,
didn't
it
you
was
play you played frickin' Tears of the Kingdom more recently, right? Or did you?
Dude, I don't even have Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, I thought you did.
None of us have Tears of the Kingdom except for you, sir.
Oh. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
only you. Yep.
I mean, to be fair, like there is so much in that game that it's just like
Oh, come on. Freaking those bats are insane. Or the what are they called? The
Keys?
Keys, yeah. Keys.
Yeah. Personally, I think that of the two games, I think that Tears of the Kingdom is better for newcomers, surprisingly.
Yeah, I think
I think they just made Breath of the Wild.
I'm sorry.
I'm just biased. I really like Breath of the Wild.
I think, but yeah, Breath of the Wild, like it's good. It's a fantastic game, but Tears of the King. I think, yeah, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. There's a lot of things.
I'm not sure how to get up there. Oh, this is the one I couldn't fucking get to because it's too damn cold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's annoying.
Yeah.
You gotta take all the chili peppers.
I've already eaten them. I had to use them to get to the other cold shrine.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Breath of the Wild is way more freaking painful than Tears of the Kingdom was.
Are there more hot chilies somewhere?
Somewhere? Probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
They could have done a lot of things better, and they just didn't. I don't know why.
Yeah. I can't tell if there's any monsters at this fire. There are. Goodbye. So annoying. How am I supposed to get up there? I don't have the greatest climb. I don't have good climbing yet. I don't have good stamina yet. Like, what is the goal?
Yeah, it's a whole issue there.
How? I have confusion.
Oh, so did you guys watch that one video that I sent you guys?
Old man's house. The show?
Yeah, the Digital Circus.
Nope.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I have no desire to.
Why not? It's fun. It's horror. Yeah, I can understand not wanting to watch. I understand, Joker, why you don't want to watch it, because you have a stigmatization against freaking all animated shows.
It's true, he does. All right, let's see what I can find.
But yeah, I think it's kind of interesting because I keep basically the main reason that I decided to watch it was because everyone is talking about this show. I do not know exactly why everyone's talking about the show.
I had literally never heard of it before you showed us.
Well, I'm also on the internet way more than you guys, so.
You're in different places on the internet way more than us.
That too. But yeah, I think the big reason why I know so much about it is that I was hearing so much about it was because, for one thing, one of the main actors for it also does what was it? They did a character in Lackadaisy, and they did a character in
Well, bang goes that.
it's either Hell of a Boss or Has Been Hotel.
That's good.
I think. No, wait, they that person didn't, but there is a character that is in the cast that did do either Has Been Hotel or a Hell of a Boss. Which those are also fun. Obviously Joker is probably never watching those. But those are fun. Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss are fun.
Ugh. This is so dumb.
What's dumb?
Yes, it is.
Oh, the frickin' the trials and shit. Yeah, fair enough.
Doing the fire's annoying.
So we want. One other thing that we should probably be thinking about is the Nerd Chat book exchange that we're doing this year.
Yeah, I talked about it just recently, and only Ben answered.
We're thinking. You're thinking of doing the freaking whatchamit.
Whoa, who's got a bow? Where did you go?
We're thinking of doing nonfiction this year.
That was my suggestion. I mean, obviously we don't have to agree. And
I think that having a theme for it is a really good idea. But at the same time, I'm not certain about nonfiction because it's just like, I mean, you know me, I'm not really a nonfiction type of reader.
That's kind of precisely why I thought we should do it.
Yeah. But so yeah, I mean, it might be a good idea, but at the same time, I'm not certain. I was kind of thinking if I am gonna do something, I'm gonna send you guys like these freaking books that we have at my store, that are about records.
What kind of records?
I like collecting records and shit. For whatever reason, we have like vinyl. We have not like books about like collecting vinyl, and I'm just like, why do we have these? Like, sure, we do have a record player, but
yeah,
but at the same time, it's like, are people actually still caring about collecting vinyl at this point in time?
Yes, it's very hot right now.
But why is it so hot right now? I don't understand.
I don't know, but it is. Literally, all this vintage shit is hot with, like, teenagers and young adults right now.
That is just bizarre to me.
Weird as shit. You are not wrong.
Yeah. Like, I can kind of understand, like, certain degrees with it because of the fact that, like, obviously, Stranger Things is super popular, and that's taking place in...
That's really what helped spark it, yeah.
That really sparked it, and then, Loki recently, but that was, like, that's after the vinyl stuff, that stuff's happening. So, I think is it mostly Stranger Things? I think, yeah. Because there's not, like, I can't think of anything else right now that is, like, super, at least discussing, like, that era. Can you think of anything?
I mean, a lot of artists are releasing on vinyl right now.
But I think that's mostly, I don't know.
You know, but I think, yeah, since 2017, really, 2015, Stranger Things has really, it's been the reason, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess Umbrella Academy as well. That makes some sense there.
That's true.
So so Umbrella Academy and Stranger Things.
One more season of Umbrella Academy. That is sad.
Oh, they've canceled it?
No, there's only going to be one more season.
Oh, well, to be fair, like, it kind of felt like like there wasn't going to be much anyways, so... I'm trying to think of what.
I get it.
What else?
It's cold. Thank you.
So yeah, so pretty much it's just Stranger Things and weird.
This game is so dumb.
Yep, it is.
Yes, it is.
We're not disagreeing with you on this.
We really needed to dumb down these monsters.
Yeah, like I said, Tears of the Kingdom is way fucking easier.
It's also way fucking expensive.
Yeah, fair enough. But so is Breath of the Wild though.
Breath of the Wild was not $60 when it first came out.
What are you talking about?
I got it for $40 and now it's back up to $60.
I got it at $60.
I never got it at $60. It was $49.95.
Really? Pretty much every time that I've ever looked at it, it was like $60, $60, and it's like, why has nothing gone down for these for like anything that is specifically a Nintendo first game? None of them are going down, and it's just
but They're
it's
not.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
None of their games go down.
But like
The
Tears of the
lowest
Kingdom,
that I've seen a Nintendo game is $20, and that was the Mario games that didn't do too well.
yeah, like if it doesn't do well, then that then it makes a little bit more sense. But I don't know. It's bizarre to me. Is just the fact that obviously, like all these games just refuse to go down in price, and it's never gonna be fucking. They're never gonna bring
Because
it
as long
down.
as they can make money, they're gonna.
Yeah.
All right, finally got to the last shrine.
But then yeah, so there's that, and then but meanwhile, like literally any other game, if it's not specifically Nintendo, all of them have gone down in price. Doesn't matter what the game is.
Yeah.
Like several games are down to like I think most of the Kingdom Hearts games are down to $20 at this point. Like even new
Why
ones.
am I still losing health? It's not fucking cold in here.
And of course, Amazon's freezing. I think that's right. Okay, so yeah, right now for PS4, Kingdom Hearts all-in-one package, which includes everything from 1 all the way through 3, that is currently $33.90.
How many games does it include?
10.
Jesus fuck, that took that much. Do they know how to count?
So basically what that is 1, 2 Chain Memories, days, what am I forgetting, Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, Coded, what am I forgetting, the 2 smaller games. So there's basically a video, a movie for Key, and 0.2 Birth by Sleep, which is basically it's taking place at the same time as Kingdom Hearts 1, and then it has 3. So it's just like literally every game up to that point. So all 10 games that were that were available up until 3 is currently in there. Is in this all-in-one package, and it's $33.90 on Amazon, and that's brand fucking new, and it's just like, what the fuck? So yeah, 10 games, all-in-one package, $33.90. The fuck?
That is weird.
Yeah,
It's for PS4.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the older model though, so.
I mean, to be fair, yes, but at the same time, that's the only thing that this is on. There is not a single game at this point in time that is on the PS5. Specifically.
Even from Kingdom Hearts.
For Kingdom Hearts, yes. Melody of Memory, which is the most recent game, was on the Switch, Xbox One, and PS4.
Interesting.
And that's the like I said, that's the most recent game, and it's still not. I don't think it's come. I don't think it's going to go to the PS5.
Huh.
So yeah. So every single. And that, by the way.
Oh, how the fuck did that happen?
So that, by the way, for the Switch, that is $17.96 because it's currently got a discount, and then on the PS4, it is $22.49, which does not have a discount. But of course, for whatever reason, I'm currently looking at it's showing me the PEGI 12 version. I don't know why it's not doing the American version on Amazon, but that's whatever.
Weird.
So yeah, if you have a PS4, you could get every single thing for less than Breath of the Wild. You can get the entire freaking game, the entire freaking Kingdom Hearts universe for less than Breath of the Wild.
That's kind of weird.
It's fucking bizarre, and it's just like, no, and granted, like Melody of Memory. When did that come out? That was 2020. I want to say maybe 2023, or not 2023. 2021. Either 2020 or 2021. I don't remember the exact date off the top of my head, but I can check. But yeah. So that came out in. Let's make sure of this. Melody of Memory. November 2020 is when that came out, all over the world. With PC version coming out in 2021. So, if you wanted it on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the Nintendo Switch, any of those, you could get all the way back in 2020. And that is the most recent game for Kingdom Hearts, and that is just it's a little bit less expensive than the all-in-one collection, which, like I said, that was 33 was the all-in-one collection, and that does not include Melody of Memory. And then this is currently about $20. So
Huh.
yeah. So and that doesn't matter which version you get it, whether it's the price will vary depending on what system exactly you use, but that's just the way that things work.
You keep moving the end game. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. I hate this guy.
But yeah,
I should have just continued my old game. I should have. I don't know what I was doing or what I was supposed to do, what I was thinking about doing, but you know, it's just you know, ugh.
yeah, you lost your mind. Oh, yeah. But
Super annoying.
So yeah, so much fun.
Oh yeah, so much.
So what? Like, I still can't believe that Kingdom Hearts, you can get every single game right now for less than, freaking. And the other thing about that as well is like, both the all-in-one collection. Technically, Kingdom Hearts 3 didn't come out until after, freaking Breath of the Wild, because that was in 2019. 2019 was the year that Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. And the all-in-one collection, I think, came out later that year. And yet, for some fucking reason, Breath of the Wild, which came out all the way back in 2017, right? Or was it 2016?
2017.
2017. That's just... Why? Why the fuck does it take so fucking long for the game to come out?
Yeah, that's weird.
Ugh. Anyways, how long have we been recording? We've been recording for nearly an hour, so I think that's probably a good spot to end it.
We can do a Nerds Playing Game, though, later, if we want to, or for a little bit if we want to.
Yeah, we could probably do that. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this nerd chat, and we will see you guys next time. But on.
Love you, bye!